Hmm? Not hearing the echo, so I'm hoping. Damn it. Trying to not dig in too far with the graphite, just because if we're going to erase the lines, I'd rather them be super light than really heavy. Want the center of the eyes to match the center of the ears. The eyes to go there. The bottom of the eyes down there. Now, how did those eyebrows look? They were simple. Heavy towards the center of the face, and then light to the back of the face. So, okay, right where the circle starts. And then kind of that way. Damn it, that's a lot. That's heavier. That's thicker than I meant. Start with the arc, and then it kind of looks okay, you know. The ears still look weird, but I'm not sure how to fix that yet. see if the other video has a better. I think it's okay. Be confident when you draw, right? I just want to get the face. Okay. So this one kind of forms a more of an angle. So kind of straight. And then that, I think it's because of this curve part. It makes me think that it curves and then goes down. When really, it's kind of a straight line and then angles. This one's a little bit sharper. This one's more of a gradual angle. Interesting. Okay, but what about the ears? That's really what I'm trying to see. Draw the ears. I want to see how to prove that. When we get to that point, I will continue the video. So, got straight down, and then straight down, and more of a curve. Looks a little bit better. Okay. 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 And then I'm just gonna. Let's try and follow this video and just see if we improve. And then a sticker. This one, it's more centered. That's supposed to be the nose. This is just gonna. And then the mouth here doesn't technically connect. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't understand why they do that. But the ears, no, it's just a loop. I mean, part of it goes over and then loops. Over and then loops. They kind of look better. I'm not gonna lie, because they, instead of trying to, maybe that's the key. Going over the loop and then swinging it down. Okay. We're trying another. Oh, it's showing the different angles, right? I want to wanna, we'll get back to this part because I have other pictures that will highlight this more, but I want to focus on this one for a little bit more before we transition to the before we start transitioning to the second and third one, you know. Because it makes sense. You get different angles, so you have to be able to draw at different angles. It makes sense. This one looks a little bit more of a gremlin. What does he remind me of? He actually kind of reminds me of someone, but I have no idea who. Just with the tightness of the. Is it an alien from? No, it's the red dude. Oh, who am I thinking of? He's red. It's kind of like a gremlin character. Oh, damn, this is gonna bug me. Lilo and Stitch. Let me look up this. Maybe no, it is Lilo and Stitch, but he's not red. He's green. I think it's technically a she. Who is it? Clyde? Bonnie and Clyde? Bonnie and Clyde? You know? The Clyde. Let me look. The experiment, the thief experiments. Oh, yeah, no. Him. You know, the wide eyes. Kind of like a. This was my childhood. Just so people understand. Like this. I loved this show. Okay, this made. This. I cannot explain how important Lilo and Stitch is to me and my personality. So just understand. Oh, 627. Oh, 627. Stitch was really the last unique alien. Everyone after him is just the same. And no uniqueness. He was just a mix of different experiments put together. And slightly better Stitch. Leroy is just a red Stitch. And 6'2", whatever, 000 is just Stitch with a skeleton with a metal Doc Ock arms, spider legs. Man, it really does look like them. Wow, that surprises me. Anyway, back to the drawing. Oh. Damn it. See, this looks like a bird beak. Also, the line is super thick, and that's going to take forever to erase. We can try and work with it. Let's see. So, over, and then down. Over, and then down. Little detached earlobes, but that's fine. thicker, I guess. So if I kind of now it looks like Megamind. Okay. Okay, Brain, can we pick like one, the Stitch or the Megamind? Because it's a little annoying. Okay. I guess it knows. So let's put the ear there. Connect there. Center of the ear, bottom, and top, top. Kind of like. There you go. Kind of looks like a Bratz doll. You know those old ones from like the early 2000s. Where's my brain going? It's all over the place. I got two aliens and a doll head. Come on. I think. Yeah, let's do one more, and then we'll transition to the second like angled head, and yeah, and then spend some time doing that, and then the third style or third angle. So, actually, now that I'm saying that out loud, let's do the next one. Let's look at that. Let's look to the next one and see. I think it's the angle, this one, or it's this one. This one. That's difficult. Do I have a picture of that? Let's see. Oh, we do. Drawing. And next we'll do the line. So it does look to be the side view, which would be this view. Right. this one. Okay. So we start with a circle. And then so the line being in the middle, it's closer to the edge. This one goes here. And then we connect this. And then this one. It's got angled down to form the nose. Slight angle back. And then, oh no. Yeah, I know. Okay. Because I want to be able to look at this without the. So it's down and then slight angle. Form the mouth. And then kind of angled down like that. And then the ear comes down to here. And the face begins down here. And it's kind of a thin neck, I guess, right? 'Cause, what about the eyes? You didn't draw the eyes for this. Yeah, but like, how do I do the eyes of this one? Eyes and ears. That is true. That's what we've been using that for. Wait. Because you have to draw the shape that will reflect the other side. It doesn't have to be perfect, but they should be visibly identical. Well, that's annoying. I'm not gonna lie. That's what we're working on. Unusual shape direction is inward curve. Face will look flat. That's true. There are many kinds of shapes for the face. Yeah. That's good to know. Right. Can we? Oh. Yeah, okay. Here's where we were. Apparently I jumped ship. But since we're here, we're gonna continue this. So the angle, but tricky. Right. Right, so. That was what we forgot to do. Is to bring this down and then loop it towards the nose. And then the eye. Interesting. Okay, so the eye is back over here. Huh. So I kind of made this too close to this line. Okay. come down here. Bring that up there. And then I guess a bit of a lighter shade. Now you look like you're crying. Right, because kind of looks like water. Or nose, lips, and chin. Okay. So let's do like 2 to 3 pages of this, and then we'll move to the inner one, and we'll compare this one. Oh, we'll do 1 to 2 pages of this style following this video, and then we'll look at the book style of doing the angle face and see how it differs and which one makes sense to me to start off with, you know? Okay, so start again with a circle. Like that. Okay. Then oh, I forgot to do box. It's too large of an ear. What am I doing here? Am I trying to rush it? Is that what this is? The neck is too thin. I don't like that. But I do want to work on the eyes a little bit. There. I mean, it's got a round face. I guess that kind of works, but let's do another one. Just because I was so used to the other way. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, now you look like a Karen. Right. Tell me I'm not wrong, chat. Right. It kind of looks. I don't know the best way of putting it, but It's definitely got that weird lip thing. Okay. Circle. Mm-mm. Yeah. Just to give it the edge, you know? I don't want to say this, but it's getting more mannish, which isn't a problem, but I think it has to do with how I'm doing the jaw. I think the thing is, this jaw ends so close to that line that it doesn't round up here, which I think is giving the mannish look, you know? So I gotta end the jaw tighter to the line. Okay, I can do that. Let's start with here. Keep us close to the. Weirdly, I think that's exactly what it is. You know, I think I got a more. I got. I think I. I think when I round the jaw, and the more round the jaw is, the more mannish the character looks. Okay, then at least I'll store that somewhere. I don't know when, but I'll at least know it when I use it. think I'm gonna. Here's too big. Yeah. Mm, okay. Try it again. Well, let me look. Now let's do one more page, and then we'll do the next front and back page. How this is in the book. I think I'm doing the line too close to the. That's it. There's not that much. Okay. The line should be a little bit bigger here. Because. Okay, so. Short. Probably not. I'm being honest. Probably not. So curve. I don't know why I gave it. I don't even know how to begin to describe why that's so funny to me. It looks like Squidward, but I can't explain why. So, like it's doing a spit take. Which is what I think I'm making the indent for the lips too big. I need to dial back this. Yes. Right. That kind of looks like a bandage. Okay. Sharp attachment. So that. Mm. Okay. Okay. So I see what I'm doing wrong. And then the eye. The eye is a weird one because there's like a thick line and then a very thin shadow next to it. I'm having a hard time replicating that particular part. Yeah. I think that looks better. Okay, let's see how the book would have us do. So, circle. Hmm. Interesting. So, it would have us do it. Circle. Line on the side. Still a center line. Connect the two lines. Let's see. Draw another vertical line off from the center. Middle. This will be our guide for the ear. So there. Draw a vertical line for the back. The circle to the first vertical line to form a triangle. Oh, sorry. This is for that half from the same spot where the last line meets. Two more lines across this will help us with the lips. So slightly. The head and nose next. From the tip of the nose, draw another vertical guide angle downward to the jaw. Oh my god. There's so many lines in this one. So down. Then kind of angle ourselves a little out and back. Okay, and then we didn't put enough space. So many lines. It's hard to keep track of what's what. I wonder the other one did not use them. Okay. Man, so many lines. I think I prefer the other one because this is so many different lines that it's hard to keep track of them. Here's the nose. So we just slide down, back, down, and curve. Oh, so each one. I see what I'm doing wrong. Each spot needs to be further or closer to the center line than the last one. Okay. Why didn't you just say that? Curve this part of the lip inward. So and then curve that up and this down. This the ear goes up here, down to here. I guess the eye would be here. I'm gonna just erase some of these lines. Oh, the math is very squished. Okay. What is this? Top of the ear. It should be just below where the dip for the nose begins. Top of the ear. Mm-hmm. Curve. Back out. Tip of the nose. So here. Go straight down a little bit. This one has too many lines. It's hard for me to keep focus. I think I like the other way better. So I think for this side view, we're gonna go back to the other method because this is too many lines for me to keep track of. Being honest. Maybe if we were doing this digitally, I had the lines on a separate plane, but it's too crowded, you know? I think it's best to stick to one as we get the basics down, and then when we actually, can draw consistent, then I will worry about perfecting the adding different elements and styles. Yeah. So, all right, it's the slight curve. Interesting. So, let me see if I even have pictures for this one. Oh, I do. Okay. This requires 3 lines, and you are 2, if you count this. Stupid ad. I hate that so much. Anyway, so let's see. A circle. Curve. The middle. Curve at the bottom. A curve just under.